And if I go ahead and view it in full screen, this is what it is. I can use my mouse to navigate around the city. This is what it has generated. Now, over the past few weeks, all these leading AI companies like OpenAI, Grok, Mistral, DeepSeek has been making headlines after headlines, and one of the prominent companies in the AI space, that is Anthropic, remained fairly silent. But they have finally break the silence and they have went ahead and launched their latest AI model, that is Claude 3.7 Sonnet, and also a new AI coding tool called as Claude Code. And today in this video, let's take a look at both and let's see what they have to offer. Alright, so this right here is the official blog post on Anthropic website, and it says Claude 3.7 Sonnet and Claude Code. And if I scroll down, you will see that we are announcing Claude 3.7 Sonnet, our most intelligent model to date. And Claude 3.7 Sonnet is actually the first hybrid reasoning model on the market. And what exactly is this hybrid reasoning model, you ask? Well, Claude 3.5 Sonnet is actually a combination of an ordinary LLM and also a reasoning model combined into one, and that's Claude 3.7 Sonnet for you. And it can produce near instant response or extended step-by-step thinking. So both are available. So you can go ahead and access, if you want instant response, you can go ahead and ask the original Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and if you want, let's say, reasoning capabilities and all that, you can go ahead and use the extended version, which will go through a step-by-step thinking process. And now as I further scroll down, you'll quickly realize that Claude 3.5 Sonnet is actually available for all Claude users. So even if you are on the free plan, you can go ahead and access the same. So Claude 3.7 Sonnet is now available on all Claude plans, including free, pro, team, and enterprise, as well as Anthropic API, Amazon Bedrock, and Google's Cloud Vertex AI. And Claude 3.7 Sonnet is already available in Cline and Cursor as well. So if you want to, you can also go ahead and access the same model within these platforms as well. And now another cool thing about Claude 3.7 Sonnet is that the pricing, as far as the pricing side is concerned, it has the same pricing as 3.5 Sonnet, so which is actually a really good thing. So as you can see, $3 per million input tokens and $15 per million output tokens, which is exactly the same kind of pricing you get with Claude 3.5 Sonnet as well. And as I further scroll down, as you can see, Claude 3.7 Sonnet is both an ordinary LLM and a reasoning model in one. Okay, so you get to enjoy both, and if you want to, it can think longer before answering. And it also has an extended thinking mode where you can go ahead and specify how long it should think, how much token it can use to think, and all that kind of stuff. You can go ahead and configure all of that in here. And as I further scroll down, here we have a bunch of these benchmark results and software engineering SWE bench verified. We can see that Claude 3.7 Sonnet actually tops the chart and outperforms Claude 3.5 Sonnet, OpenAI O1, O3 Mini, and DeepSeek R1. Similar is the case with agentic tool use, TAU bench. Okay, and here we have a in-depth and more detailed benchmark results here. But one thing that I've noticed about Claude 3.7 Sonnet, this particular chart right here, is that Claude 3.7 Sonnet does not really tops the chart in all these. Okay, for example, we have this graduate level reasoning, that is GPQI Diamond, and as you can see, it is 78.2, 84.8. But if you look at this one, Grok actually is kind of shoulder to shoulder, I would say, or even better. But if you come over to, let's say, visual reasoning, you'll quickly realize that Grok is actually better than this one. And in terms of AI ME 2024 as well, Grok is miles ahead than 3.7 Sonnet extended and non-extended version. Okay, but we have this multilingual QA, then we have instruction following and all that, where Claude 3.7 truly shines. Okay, so if you want to, you can just go ahead and visit this page right here and view all these detailed benchmark results. And as I further scroll down, here comes the main part, and that is Claude Code. So Claude has went ahead and launched a new AI coding tool called as Claude Code. But the thing is, Claude Code is not that intuitive or easy to use as other AI coding tools like Cursor, Windsurf, or maybe Ball.new or Tempo Labs. Okay, so you are essentially working on a terminal-like interface. So you don't get to use, let's say, a GUI or anything as such. So this is how the interface of Claude Code will look like. So as you can see, okay, let me see this right here is the Claude Code interface. So you get to enter your prompt in that particular let's say, okay, input box right here, and this is where you will see all the responses and all that kind of stuff. So it almost feels like you're using like what this NeoVim kind of IDEs and stuff. So again, Claude Code is completely capable of creating files, editing it, modifying it, and doing all that kind of stuff. So it's actually capable, but the only con is that using Claude Code is not that intuitive as of now. Maybe they could spin up a GUI, put it on top of this one, and make it a bit more interactive, real-time preview and all that. And if that's the case, it would be even better is what I would say. And again, Claude Code is an early product, but has already become indispensable for our team, especially for test-driven development, debugging complex issues, large-scale refactoring and all that. So it says, Claude Code completed tasks in a single pass that would normally take 45+ minutes of manual work, reducing development time and overhead. Okay, that's actually cool. And if you want to, you can actually go ahead and access Claude Code So I'll just go ahead and click on this button right here. And your system has to meet the minimum requirements to use Claude Code, which I believe all of your systems will. So the minimum system requirement as far as the operating system is concerned is macOS 10.15 plus, Ubuntu, Debian or Windows. And again, you need 4 GB of RAM minimum and also Node.js 18 plus. So if you have these three, you can pretty much go ahead and start using this Claude Code on your computer. Git, all of these are actually optional. If your system meets all these requirements, you can go ahead and run this particular command, install Claude Code, and start using it is what I would say. So let me just quickly go ahead and open a project and let me run this and let's start using the same. So here I have opened up terminal and I'll go ahead and paste it and hit enter and let's see. Okay, now that's installed and all I gotta do is to navigate to the project file and run Claude command to access the same. So I'll go ahead and run Claude, hit enter. And now first of all, here we have Claude Code research preview. And at first it is asking us to select the style. Okay, we have light text, dark text. Okay, I guess this one looks good. I'll hit enter. And now you gotta, open your Anthropic console account and log into the same. All right, so I can click enter and that should open Anthropic console. Oh no, so it seems like Claude Code is at capacity. Claude Code is currently experiencing high demand. Anthropic has post signups to provide the best possible service to customers. Okay, so we can't really access Claude Code at this time because they have temporarily disabled registration due to high capacity. That's not what I expected. Again, if you went through this one, you can go ahead and authorize Claude Code with your console account and you can start using the same. But the thing is, Claude 3.7 Sonnet is actually already live on Cline and Cursor. So if I wanted to, I can go ahead and use within these platforms, right? So let me quickly go ahead and open VS Code and Cline and let's see if we can do that. All right, so here I have went ahead and opened up a project in VS Code and in Cline, I can see the options. So it says, thanks to Claude 3.7 Sonnet's agentic coding capabilities, I can handle complex software development tasks step by step with tools that let me create and edit files, explore complex projects, and use the browser and execute terminal commands. All right, so Claude 3.7 Sonnet is actually live already. And if I click on this icon right here, and if I click on this drop down, as you can see, we have Claude 3.7 Sonnet. And for your information, I've already added my Anthropic API key in here. So I should be able to go ahead and access the same. And again, before that, let me quickly go ahead and open a terminal instance and run the project. So this right here is a simple project that I've already created. So I could go ahead and drag and drop, let's say, some sample audio file, and I can go ahead and transcribe it with the press of a button. So this is an app that I developed a long while back. And now we can try to edit this app using, let's say, Claude 3.7 Sonnet within Cline in VS Code. So let's see, I'll go ahead and open VS Code. And let me just go ahead and say, can you please make this app look even better by customizing and adding new elements, animations, navbar, footer, and whatnot. Let's give a simple prompt like this and hit enter and let's see. And one good thing about using Cline is that you'll be able to see the real-time cost associated with using that particular API. And as you can see, the real-time cost is increasing $0.0780. Okay, Claude 3.7 Sonnet or generally any Claude models are actually really expensive. So okay, it is making all these changes and it is all rewriting the code. So let's wait. It's creating a new component called navbar.tsx and let's wait for it to complete coding the same. All right, so the AI is now creating the footer.tsx file. Okay, API request. All right, so all of that is done and they're updating the layout.tsx file. And I've already spent $50 just for this edit alone. So I went ahead and asked the AI to fully customize and okay, run this command, fully customize the page. And now the the client has already spent $0.5 just as to do that. Man, okay. In which case, let's wait. What? It's already $0.64 and we are nowhere is what I guess. So after a couple of back and forths, this is what I was able to generate using Claude 3.7 Sonnet within Cline. And they've actually included an image of a mic in here, a nice landing page, a navbar as we asked, a toggle to switch between light mode and dark mode, which does not really work, I guess. Okay, in which ways we have a couple of these cards in here explaining the features. Then we have this timeline. Then we have the actual component to transcribe the audio, a couple of these cards for testimonials. Then we have this ribbon area right here and also the footer. So we went ahead and asked the AI to add all of that and also make changes to the overall app and customize it in a modern way. And this is what the AI has come up with. And just as to implement this much functionality and navigating through all these errors and stuff, I spent $1.5. Okay. So that's how much money that I had to spend to get this part right. So Claude 3.7 Sonnet, even while using Cline, is definitely more expensive. So yeah, that's for this one. So I was browsing through X and I stumbled upon this post right here. So this person has went ahead and gave Claude 3.7 Sonnet this prompt right here that says create a 3D city scene using Three.js that features a bustling urban environment, skyscrapers, vehicles, shops and all that. And this is what the AI has generated. I mean, I can open it up in full screen preview. So this right here is the preview, and the AI generated code is around 1500 lines long. And if I go ahead and view it in full screen, this is what it is. I can use my mouse to navigate around the city, move in and out. Look at that. We have vehicles in there. We have pedestrians in there. A lot of these tall skyscrapers, trees, traffic lights. Oh my God. Can you believe this? And the best part is that Claude was able to generate this in one go. Amazing. And here we have yet another one where this person has asked the AI or Claude 3.7 Sonnet to create a single HTML file containing CSS and JavaScript to generate an animated weather card. And this is what it has generated. Ooh, this is actually great, right? So here we have 4 cards, nice animations and all that. It's actually really great. And if you go and search for Claude 3.7 Sonnet on Twitter or X, you will be able to find a bunch of these random things that people have generated. And this is yet another one which actually looks good as well. Oh my God, this is actually really great. Wow, I'm impressed. And now to access Claude 3.7 Sonnet directly for free within Claude, all you gotta do is to head over to claude.ai. And if you click on this drop down menu right here, you'll be able to select Claude 3.7 Sonnet, our most intelligent model yet. And by default, it will be selected. And maybe I can just go ahead and copy this prompt right here and paste it in Claude, and let's see what it generates. So I'll go ahead and paste it in and hit enter, and let's see what the AI does. So it says I'll create an animated weather card display with interactive buttons to switch between different weather conditions. All right, great. So let's wait for the AI to complete coding the same. Okay, so I ran the exact same prompt as in this tweet, and this is what it has generated. Now it is not that great. I mean, okay, it's actually really great. The animation and all that is great, but the cloud shape is not that really correct. Okay. Oh my God. I mean, look at that animation and all that stuff. We have drops falling in. We have the snowy, sunny, windy and all that. Wow. The UI part is actually really great. Next up, I'll also go ahead and run yet another one as well. So I'll go ahead and paste a triangle ball bouncing inside a .kgen, and the ball changes colors on each bounce and the background is space. Okay, so I only have one message limit left. So I'll go ahead and click on send, and let's see. Okay, so it says I'll create a SVG animation of a triangle ball bouncing inside a .kgen with a space background. Okay, so let's wait for it to complete coding the same. All right, so this is what the AI has generated, and as you can see, we have this triangle thingy inside of this circle ball, and it is changing color every time it hits the wall of the same. Oh yes, so that's for that. If you want to access Claude 3.7 Sonnet, you can head over to claude.ai and you can use this drop down menu to select this one, and by default it will be already Claude 3.7 Sonnet, and you can go ahead and access it. And if you want to use it for coding purposes, you can either choose to use it via Cline or even in Cursor AI as well. And now you can't really go ahead and use Claude Code as it is at capacity right now, but you can use within Cline or Cursor or whatever other tool that you prefer. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to show you in this video, and I'll make sure to post a dedicated video showcasing Claude Code pretty soon. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys found this video useful. If yes, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.